Hello, everybody, and welcome into a special edition of Texas Football at the voice of college football. I am your host, Matthew Miller. You can find me right there on X or Twitter, whatever you prefer to call it. I don't care. Just type in that handle. You can follow me. You can find me. You can look at my past tweets. Guys, I was dead wrong. Daylan Mccutcheon flips to the Texas Longhorns. I did not think this was going to happen. I kind of saw Josiah Sharma happening. I let you guys in on that. I thought that was going to happen. I thought Myron Charles was going to happen. I think Javion Hilson's going to happen. I'm just waiting on that one. The only thing I asked from here on out, I was at the gym. Can you wait just 45 minutes and I could have been here breaking it live to you guys? But Daylan Mccutcheon does flip from Florida State. And Florida State's taking on water right now, guys. Florida State already lost Myron Charles to us. They're going to lose Javion Hilson to us. Maybe someone else, right? I would put us in the driver's seat. But this is a big get. This puts us at 3 wide receivers in the class. Khalil Lockett, Jamie French, and now 4-star Daylan Mccutcheon. Let's talk about Daylan Mccutcheon. He is from Lovejoy High School in Texas. He is a 4-star wide receiver, and you're going to get conflicting reports on this, so I just averaged him out. Some sites have him at 6'1", some sites have him at 5'11". He's 6 foot, 175 pounds. Guys, he is super productive. Last year in his junior season, he had over 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns. That is insane. That is a hell of a year for a guy playing in 5A in Texas football. That is ridiculous stats. Some sites list him as the 200th best recruit. That is crazy to me. I think he's easily a top 100 guy. Where you want to put him in the top 100 is up to you, but he's a top 100 guy to me. He has 6 touchdowns so far this year in his senior season. In my opinion, guys, I said we needed a speedster. He doesn't fit that bill, so it's going to be interesting to me if they want to take a 4th guy in this class. And what I would look out for is Kelshawn Johnson is the guy that I always circled as this is the guy they want to target as a speedster. Will they still honor a Kelshawn Johnson flip? That is a good question going forward. I think it's very simple. He's going to visit versus Georgia. If he cancels that visit, then Texas is no longer interested in him, or he's no longer interested in Texas. So we will be talking about that Monday if that happens by that time. But a guy that has great hands, he does not drop the football. He's also not a body catcher. That is very important, to catch the football with your hands. He does that all over his tape. He does a very good job of that. He also has longer arms for his frame, which is kind of a theme with these Texas wide receivers we've seen recruited. And I think it's because, 1, you can make contested catches, and 2, honestly, you can just reach places other people can't reach. So if a ball might be slightly overthrown, guess what? With longer arms, it is not overthrown. So I think that's the reason start going after that. Also, great body control. Obviously, very paramount for a guy that if he's making a catch on the sideline, needs to get a foot in bounds, needs to dive or move a certain way to make a contested catch or a hard catch. Very important. And then a great route runner. That comes across very easily on tape as well. Just type in the huddle. It comes across very easily. Comes to my eyes very easily. There's no doubt about it. Very quick feet, which is very important because I do think he's going to play the slot. I don't think he's an outside wide receiver. I think Jamie French is the guy in this class that can play all the outside or the inside, and I think Khalil Lockett's the outside guy. I think Daylan Mccutcheon's the inside guy. I could be wrong about that. Down the road, he could play outside, but I'm saying first year in the program, I expect Jamie French to play all over. I expect Daylan Mccutcheon to play 90% in the slot. I expect Khalil Lockett to mostly play on the outside as well, 90% outside. Over time, we'll see what happens. He also has a track background. At this point, if you don't run track, Sark's not going to take you. That's with most, honestly, programs. It's very important for coaches to run track. It creates explosiveness in your legs, helps you separate when you do get on the football field. So it's easily, it makes sense why people want that. Like I said, great footwork. That's something he's not going to need to work on. I think he's ready on campus to be one of the best guys with his footwork and moving his feet in close contested spaces. So very good for him on that. Gives Texas 3 top 15 wide receivers. There is no other school in the country that can tout that at this moment, guys. So very good job by this staff. They continue to recruit through the whistle. And also, guys, this is very important as well. I have it on very good authority that he took less money to come to Texas. That is big for me. To me, that says he believes in Sark's vision for the team going forward. He also believes in Sark's vision for him and his role going forward. So he's fully invested in the program. That's what I see. And I think you're going to see that more with Texas. You're never going to see a Nick Saban discount until we start pushing out guys probably in about 5 years. If we continue to push out guys like we're going to, in my opinion, this year and last year, then you'll see that, and also winning national championships. But guys are willing to take a little bit less money to know they're going to be developed and know they can win. And you see at Florida State, no offense, they're not really doing either of those things. They didn't develop Keon Coleman. They just bought him. They didn't develop I will say they did develop Johnny Wilson, but they didn't develop Jared Verse that much. They didn't develop Fisk that much. All these guys were transfers that left. So Texas, to me, is doing a good job of getting guys in the program, developing them, and then supplementing them with transfers. And I think he believes in that vision. And guys, he's coming to a stacked room. This room's going to have Jamie French next year. This room's going to have Khalil Lockett. It's going to have Daylan McCutcheon. It's going to have DeAndre Moore. It's going to have Jonte Cook. It's going to have Matthew Golden possibly. That's 6 damn good wide receivers. I didn't even mention Ryan Wingo. That's 7 guys that are legitimately really good players. 7 guys, in my opinion. 6 of them will probably play in the NFL. So props to him for deciding, I want to go compete, I want to be developed, and I want to win. To me, it's really important, and he seems to value that. So that's really awesome that he was willing to do that. Also, while I was at the gym, I did not think this was happening. I actually got a comment on this, and I thought it was kind of too late in the process, and it still might be. 5-star defensive lineman Justice Terry from the Peach State is deciding to come to Texas for the Georgia game. I was very, very surprised by that, guys. I did not think that was going to happen. I thought it was kind of too late in the process for it to happen, to be honest with you, because you hadn't heard a link at all. Guys, you can check insiders. You can check anything. You can check Georgia people. You can check USC guys, because I believe he was once committed to USC. There was no real tie to Texas at this point. So Texas is getting in the game late. Let's see if they can convince him. He is going to come on visit for the Georgia game on October 19th. What are we getting if he does come? 6'5", 275 pounds. He is the 8th player nationally and the 2nd defensive lineman in the class of 2025. He is great versus the run. This is somebody, in my opinion, who can slide in day one and be a good player versus the run. I don't think he's a great pass rusher right now, but he can be a above average replacement if you need him to slide in and stop the run. I fully believe that from day one. He's great at shedding blocks. Again, that's going to help you a lot versus the run. He does a very good job with his hands on that. He does need better technique in certain situations, and definitely the pass rush as well. But I will say this, and this was brought up by players on staff. Kenny Baker is much more of a technician than Bo Davis was. So what do you know? You get a guy like this who clearly has the frame. He's 6'5", 275 pounds as a senior in high school. There's a good chance this guy's 6'6", 290, 300 pounds coming in, and he's probably going to be an NFL draft pick if he's developed half decently. And he has that body type. And if Kenny Baker can teach him certain techniques and get his fundamentals shored up, this guy's going to play in the NFL. And I think Kenny Baker, from what I've seen, you saw Vernon Broughton become a better player under his tutelage, and I really think it's under him. I don't think it has anything to do with Bo Davis. It was these little things with his hand placement and his feet too. So I think they can make this guy a star if he does decide to come to Texas. The problem is, I will say this, guys, and I will cautious people saying, hey, this means he's going to come. There's a good chance. Sometime guys will go to games, even though it's visiting other places of the team they're going to commit to. Right now, I would say he's a Georgia lean. Well, guess what? He's not coming for a Texas versus Florida visit. He's not coming versus a Texas for Kentucky visit. He is coming for Texas versus Georgia. This happens all the time where a guy just wants another visit to go see the team he really wants to be on, and he takes an away visit to do that. And that could be a possibility up to this point. Honestly, it's probably the more likely outcome at this point, because I've heard nothing up until the last couple days about Justice Terry possibly coming to Texas. Elijah Griffin right now, they're trying to get on campus too. He's also a 5-star defensive lineman. I think he might be the number 1 defensive lineman in this class. Jakeem Stewart reclassified as well. So far, I haven't heard anything about those, or Jakeem Stewart, Elijah Griffin, they're trying to get on campus. I'm not going to say anything or make a video about that until he says he's going to come on campus. But hey, you're getting Justice Terry on campus with a very good recruiting staff. You never know what could happen. It could happen, guys. I'm not saying it can't, but right now I'm saying 75-80%. Justice Terry's probably going to end up at Georgia. Hey, I was wrong about to get Daylan McCutcheon, though. I will say I was right about Josiah Sharma. I was right about Jamie French being Miami or Texas. No one said that. You could look anywhere. Oh, Miami's not in play. Yes, they were in play. I said that for the longest time. And guess what? Everyone confirmed that the last week. I said Myron Charles was the most likely to flip after Josiah Sharma. He did that. I was wrong on this one, guys, and I'm glad I was wrong on the Daylan McCutcheon thing, but I'm hoping I'm wrong on this one as well. But again, 4-star wide receiver Daylan McCutcheon flips from the Florida State Seminoles. I really appreciate you guys being here. Please drop me a like. Please drop me a subscription. It really helps out the channel, what we're trying to build. At some point, guys, guess what? I may be able to do this full time to where I might have some more inside information of this was going to happen, and I could have had it like that. I unfortunately wasn't. I was at the gym, and I came here a little bit later than normal. Usually I'd get it out about 10 to 15 minutes after it happened. Was not able to do that today, but I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, guys, and it's a great day to be a Longhorn. He's the 21st commit in this Texas Longhorns class. We're still the 6th class in the country, but I fully believe we're going to be, I think at worst, this day, the 4th best class in the country. I really believe that. So thank you guys for being here. Like and subscribe. Remember, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, the live show on the Texas channel. Thank you guys, and hook 'em and beat OU. It is 8:32 and OU sucks.